I let it fall, my heart, and does it fail? You roasted clay.
Some reason why people are homeless. You know, unlike popular beliefs by most people, a lot of people think people are homeless because they're on drugs. However, there are a lot of people out there who may be on drugs, but the majority of the people I would think is because they've lost their jobs. They've just down on their luck. A lot of people they might have lost their homes because the economy was bad and they had to leave their homes. But I would say the majority of them is because they were out of work, so they don't have incomes and they have no means of supporting themselves, and they've lost their homes. More children homeless than there are adults. And that's sad. It's very help from like welfare or government assistance. Food stamps are really very important, and it does help people who are homeless to eat. Um, but I do know of a friend of mine. She was raising 4 of her grandchildren because her daughter was murdered, and today they still haven't found out why. She was standing on the street, and she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was like a drive-by shooting or something. It wasn't meant for her, but she happened to be there. But she's raising her 4 kids. The youngest one now is 22 years old. So now he was months old. So it's been like 20 years since this happened. But she was not able to get food stamps to help her to feed her grandchildren. The system would help her. So yeah, there are a lot of people who get food stamps. What the requirements are, I don't know. There are a lot of people who need them who cannot get them.
And also people who are on the big families, Section 8, and you have a house from the government, whatever, an apartment or a townhouse. Do they ever go there? Are there places where they go to get that assistance and get that help?
I don't know what the requirements are. My husband's mother was a twin, and his aunt, she lives in Miami now. She does get Section 8. She's 90 years old. So I don't know if there's an age requirement. I don't know what Section 8 is all about. But there are a lot of people who could use that. I don't know how the people have to do that. And there's the Section 8. The rent is very cheap. So that really makes it affordable for people who are homeless to be able to have a place to live, especially with their children. But I don't know really the requirements for Section 8 as well. When I work with the homeless people, it's not so much which is what we said we're going to try to do next time, is try to tell them ways of getting out of it. Said that had I not organized that cookout, he would never have thought about doing that. But he's going to continue to do it. So so it's really good.
And I realize people who have less have great characters. They're very warm-hearted and nice and grateful for everything.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
And like I said, these are not people who are bums. They were not people who were on drugs. These were people who were going to work. They were taking their kids to school. So they're just down on their luck. I'm not saying there are not some out there who are on drugs. There are. There's some out there but some of those people on drugs or on alcohol, they might be there because of something happened bad in their life. It wasn't because they just said, woke up one day and says, I'm going to try these drugs. It's that something might have happened in their life to push them to that point, and that's why they're there.
So what are some ways that students here or anybody can help the homeless? Simple, things you can do, a minute out of your life or a minute out of your day, just to help.
Well, like I said, there's always Must Ministry, where they prepare meals, and even my church during the summer, we make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and take down for them. So there's always things you can do. When you go to the store, when they have those buy one get one free things, when you buy one for you and get the free one and accumulate it, take it down there. They always need people to do that. clothes, which is really strange. People saying, why are you collecting men clothes for a women's battered shelter? I said, because women have teenage boys who are large size. They may wear the size of a man. And people think in like a women's shelter for the little kids and the women. But think about that 17 or 16-year-old boy who ran with his mom, who needs the clothes the size of a man. So most of the things that I've collected down in that box, there are socks. And I went to Walmart the other day because a person gave me a $50 donation. I went to Walmart. I was able to buy large and medium-sized T-shirts and boxer shorts. No, not boxers, the jockey shorts. Whatever. Anyway, for young men. But so there are lots of ways you can. If you hear about somebody doing any kind of a donation, they can always do that. Our students on campus who are homeless can go to our pantry and get food. No questions asked. So if you hear on campus about people talking about Feed the Future, a lot of times though they're collecting canned foods and things to put in the pantry right here on campus. And like I said, any student can go and they get shopping bags full of food, no questions asked. Anybody can do that.
Taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it
I
on
don't
the chain.
necessarily steer myself totally toward homeless. I just like to help people no matter what they are. So whatever there's a need. Because a matter of fact, can I tell you something that I do that's not homeless? That I really I love doing. There is a place in Roswell called Children's Support Care Foundation, I think is the name of it. They are a place where children in the foster care system can go twice a year to collect collect clothing. In the spring and in the fall, before school starts, they can go and get so many outfits in order to get ready for school. They have to be in the system, okay? This place, once a year, they open up a warehouse that is loaned to them, and they invite young ladies and men in to get clothes for the prom.
I think I heard about that.
There are a lot of people who are in the system, young people, if they didn't get these clothes, they would not be able to go to the prom.